Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing sort of a top 5 video. Today's video is going to be my top 5 favorite go-to red lipsticks. Now, when I say my top 5, this is my opinion, my experience with lipsticks, and also what I have. I did not, go out and try every red lipstick of every brand. I didn't, I just kind of used what I had on hand, and I do have a lot of red lipsticks on hand. I would say I ended up having about 20 of them to choose through or something like that, and I did narrow it down to my favorite 5, and I will tell you why they are my favorite 5 when I get to them. I also made sure to only pick red lipsticks that are still available as of the date that I am filming this. These are still ones that you can get in stores and online, because the last thing I want to do is show you like a gorgeous red lipstick and then have you be like, I can't even get that anymore. So I do have one honorable mention lipstick that is really one of my top 5. Well, I'll say top 6 because I do really like the other ones, but that could have replaced another one. But the reason it didn't make it in is because it was a limited edition color that came out in like an Ipsy or a Top Box or something like that. And they don't sell it currently, but they probably do have something comparable. I just don't have it. That is my NYX Butter Lipstick in the shade Lifeguard. So they don't make this shade in their permanent collection, but I love the butter lipsticks. I actually have one on today. They are just so smooth, so creamy, so pigmented, and this red is just absolutely stunning. It's a little bit more of a blue tone red as opposed to like a yellow or an orange tone, so it's a bit deeper, but it just wears so well. It's so comfortable. So if you ever get a chance to try a butter lipstick, these are a formula that I would recommend in all shades. And what I mean by that is there's some formulas that and some brands of lipsticks that I would be like, these make really good nude lipsticks. Maybe don't get some of the darker ones because maybe they feather or they streak or they don't wear right or they're really, something like that. NYX Butter lipsticks are one of those ones that I would say work in any shade range, in any color, brights, lights, nudes, reds, pinks, purples, whatever you want. These are awesome. Unfortunately, like I said, this one is not available that I could find, but I did want to give it an honorable mention here because I do really like it. Next one we're going to talk about is one from Exo Beauty. This is her matte lipstick in Dolce Vita. Now, the one downside to this brand is that it's only available in stores in Australia and New Zealand, I'm pretty sure. At least I've never seen it in Canada. I did have to order this online, and the customs fee was outrageous. It's why I've never purchased from them again, but I do really, really like it. First of all, the packaging is just really simplistic, really beautiful, really, really well made. If you can hear, like, it fully snaps into place, so you don't have to feel worried if you are maybe wearing this on a night out and want to throw it in a purse or something like that. It's not going to come apart. In terms of a matte, it is definitely matte, but it's not drying. My least favorite matte lipsticks of all time are the MAC Retro matte lipsticks, just because they are so drying. Like, I feel like it's like once you put them on, you can't move your lips. This is a very comfortable matte, and it's super, super pigmented. So again, I'm just going to end up with tons of red. I thought about swatching these on my lips, but because red lipsticks stain so much, you're not really going to get a true color payoff. But again, if you guys have any questions about it, I would be happy to like post it to my Instagram or something like that. So that is this red. It's a very different red than the original red, a little bit more of like a orangish kind of red, or a true red, whereas this one almost looks more of a burgundy in comparison. But it is absolutely gorgeous, really, really nice finish, really, really good coverage, really long wear time, which is also really nice. Of course, any lipstick that you have, you can always increase the wear time just by putting a lip liner underneath of it. That always helps out, particularly if you're like me and you not only line your lips but also give your lips a fill. It just gives you that extra added security that as your lipstick moves, as you're maybe eating or drinking or talking or whatever you may be doing, as you're getting like that wear down the middle of your lips. It's not, I've had it where like I've been walking through a mall after eating with just my lip line on, and I was really embarrassed about it. And the nice thing about lip liners is you don't need an exact match, and it also can this is going so off topic. It can also stretch out the usefulness of a lipstick, because if you have a specific lipstick color that maybe is normally like, it's like a pinky purple lipstick perhaps, and you want it to pull more purple, put a purple lip liner underneath. It could look completely different with a purple lip liner than it could with a nude lip liner, than it could with a pink lip liner, you know? Like, really try and experiment with those combinations and see how far you could stretch single products. It'll make you realize that, like, I mean, I'm a really bad example of this because I have a makeup addiction and I can't help but buy makeup, but maybe if you feel like you want more makeup and you either don't have the means or you can't afford it, well, I guess it's the same thing, or you just don't want to end up hoarding a lot of makeup like I do. Like, I know now there's a lot of like beauty gurus, Jessica Braun, for example, who's really trying to get down to the core of her makeup collection to make sure she's really using what she has. If you're like that and you don't like a lot of products, maybe instead of buying new lipsticks every time, get different lip liners to go with all of your lipsticks, and it'll really change it up. Just try and experiment, you never know. Next lipstick, this wouldn't be a my favorite lipstick collection without MAC lipsticks. MAC are my favorite lipsticks. They make my favorite types of lipsticks. I love almost all of their finishes, but not all of them. So the first one I have, there are going to be two in this top 5, is MAC Proud to be Canadian. This is one of my favorite red lipsticks. It is a matte lipstick, and it came out for the 150th anniversary of, well, I say anniversary, Canada's 150th birthday, so that was a couple years ago for Canada Day. I just love this. This is the most true Canadian, like, maple leaf pride red that I have. I absolutely love it. I love MAC matte lipsticks. They are just so smooth and comfortable. They are obviously matte finish, but unlike the retro matte, they're not really drying. They wear really comfortably, really long wearing. I will say that with reds, something you do have to be very careful of is staying in your lip line, which is, again, another reason a lip liner can be really, really helpful. But, like, again, as much as this red is almost like this red, it's almost a little bit more yellow orangey than this one. It almost makes this one look like a dull red. This is just like the most Canadian flag maple leaf red that I have, and I just adore it. MAC lipsticks have been and probably will always be my favorite lipstick brand, and some of their formulas are definitely like my top favorite formulas. This one is just one of my favorites. Next one I have is one of my other favorite lipstick brands. I'd say I have 3 lipstick brands that are all pretty close to each other in comparison. So you've got your MAC lipsticks, your NARS Audacious lipsticks, and your Urban Decay Vice lipsticks. This particular one is a comfort matte. For me personally, I know that all the lipsticks I'm showing you are pretty much matte lipsticks, but I just think for a classic red lipstick, matte just looks better. It's my opinion. Of course, you can get like the nice glossy ones, like a lustery one or things like that, but I just think for a classic red, a matte looks really good. So it's really important that it's very comfortable for you to wear, because you know, if you've got a red on, that's your color for the day. You're going to just be reapplying that color, and just reds can take a lot of upkeep, which is why I think people are nervous about wearing them a lot, but don't be. They always, I'm just rambling now. I know people, and I know for me personally, I was really afraid to wear red lipsticks for a really long time. I was worried about the fallout on my face. Was it gonna get everywhere? Was it gonna wear like crap? Was I gonna be constantly having to reapply it? Is it too bold? Does it draw too much attention? I think that if you think you can pull off a red, you can pull off a red. Red works for everybody. I would say every hair color, every skin tone. Maybe a shade of red or like an undertone of red might be a little different. Some people might look better in a bright red. Some people might look better in a muted red, a burgundy, something like that. But I think that there is a red lipstick out there for absolutely everybody. You just have to find your red. And like I said, for a long time, I wouldn't wear red lipsticks. And then I had a friend, her name was Stephanie, and her and I liked to go out partying together, and she always wore red lipsticks, and she's the one that gave me the confidence to start doing it, and I've never looked back since then. I love a red lipstick. So this particular one is a comfort matte in the shade Bad Blood. It is one of Urban Decay's best known shades. These are fantastic. They're very creamy, very pigmented, very long wearing again. And the comfort mattes are really, really nice. It is a little bit, again, I thought that these were all actually going to be closer to each other, but it really just shows you the spectrum of red, how wide it can be. These are gorgeous lipsticks. I love Vice lipsticks, again, in almost every formula that they come in. Oh, just so gorgeous. Another really, really classic blue toned red. Really, really comfortable because it is a comfort matte. It is a matte finish, but at the same time, it's not hardening. It's not going to crack on your lips. Really, really, really gorgeous. The next one, like I said, my third or like top 3 favorite lipsticks are the NARS Audacious lipsticks. Now, I am realizing that I'm showing you guys only really high-end reds, and that's just because that's what I have. That's not to say that there aren't drugstore reds that are just as good, if not better, than some of the ones I'm showing you. I'm just showing you based out of what my experience is and my collection is. I don't want you to think that you can only get these, and what I'm also going to do is I will go online and try and find some dupes of these lipsticks and list them down below so that if one of these is really drawing you in, you can go try that. But to be honest, these lipsticks, the NARS Audacious ones, are really expensive. I think they're upwards of $40. I can't remember how much the Urban Decay ones are, but I know the MAC ones are just over $20, which to me is not that bad, especially when in Canada at drugstores, a lot of drugstore lipsticks are going to be like a $12 find. I don't mind spending the extra $8. Maybe you're not like that, but like I said, I'll try and find dupes for it. So this particular Audacious lipstick is in the shade Rita. It's like a true, again, blue toned Ferrari kind of red. I'm running out of places on my hands to put this. These are so creamy, so buttery, so just gorgeous. Long wearing, classic. Again, the packaging is insane on these lipsticks. It is magnetic, so it really is gonna like, I'm hoping you guys can see this. Like I'll put it to there and it kind of just goes. You can only put them on, you know, if you put them on the wrong way, it turns itself. They're really, really high quality, and I think a lot of times you are paying for the packaging. Urban Decay are no different. They really have a good click in them. They stay nice and juicy. I think that's important also to the longevity of your lipstick in terms of in your collection. If a lipstick's got a crappy lid on it or crappy packaging that's always falling off, it's gonna dry out a lot faster and get gross a lot sooner than some of these. So the NARS Audacious lipsticks are some of my favorite. Now, the one that I love the most is in the shade Raquel. It's this beautiful, beautiful light peachy pink. Absolutely gorgeous. But I do really, really like this. Again, for a red lip, I think it's really important to have something that has a lot of staying power that's going to last a really long time and just look gorgeous all day. So my absolute favorite red lipstick of all time is, of course, another MAC one. This is another matte lipstick. This one is in the shade D for Danger. It was one of my first red lipsticks. I think I also had the shade Cockney, but I wore this for a wedding once, and for some reason, even though it looks super dark in the tube and it's gonna look super dark when I swatch it on my hand, when I wear it, it almost turns itself like bright red, which really goes to show like you just need to find your own favorite reds to wear. So this red is kind of more of like a purpley sort of a red, but still a really, really gorgeous color. It's similar to the color Diva, so if you already have that in a MAC lipstick, you definitely don't need this one. Like I said, I'm gonna list a bunch of dupes for all of these down below, just so that maybe if it's something you already have, you don't need to think about it. But this one is my absolutely favorite. Again, super long lasting. Realistically, anytime you wear a red lipstick, if you're eating or drinking, you're gonna have to touch it up. That's just something you're gonna have to accept. You can't go out with the thought that like it's never gonna move. But there are ways, of course, to make it last longer. Wearing some kind of a moisturizing lip product underneath. For example, MAC makes their lip prep and prime. Then having a lip liner so it has something to grip to. If you need an anti-feathering lip liner, you can do that as well. There are ways to increase the wear time for red lipsticks, or any lipsticks really, but you do have to understand that when you're using a red, chances are it's gonna move, it's gonna wear, you might have to reapply, and you just need to kind of be aware of that and cognizant of it, and then it's fine. So these are my top 5, we'll say 5 only because I do have that extra honorable mention on their red lipsticks. Like I said, they're all kind of different. I know some of them, to some people, it's like those are exactly the same, but to me, they've all got a little bit different of an undertone in them. And that's the other reason that I did try and pick them this way, is I have a lot of red lipsticks, particular MAC. I have Russian red, I have MAC red, I have Impassioned, which is more of like an orangey kind of red. Chili is a bit of a deeper red. I've got a lot of MAC lipsticks that are red. I have a Pat McGrath lipstick that's red, just a ton. I just wanted to pick what I thought were the 5 most accessible reds for everybody that are, you know, really, really ones that I will constantly reach for over all other ones. These are the ones I wear the most for sure. I just love them so, so much. So I hope that this helped you guys out a little bit. If this is a video you guys like and you want to see me do this again with my favorite nudes, my favorite pinks, my favorite oranges, purples, whatever, or you want to know my top 5 favorite foundations, light wearing foundations, or my top 5 favorite concealers, primers, whatever, let me know down below. I would love to film these videos for you guys. I think that they're really, really helpful just in finding what can be the right ones for you. I hope that this helped. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what your favorite red lipstick is. I always love hearing from you guys. If you aren't already and you want to be, then subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.